Hello friends and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing my March bullet journal theme. For this I kind of did a almost 60s inspired floral situation. Again, those stencils that I ended up using last month inspired this one as well. I kind of just took the general shapes from those and kind of did my own thing with them. And I kind of just let myself color outside the lines once I got to the coloring part of this. And I just really enjoyed the creative process of doing this. I once again did do a Dutch door there on the edge because I really found that very functional for my use in February. If you missed my February plan with me, that will be linked in the corner for you. And if you want early access to any videos like this one, feel free to check out channel memberships. There is more information in the description below. So on the left-hand side, I have a quote that says, "Even the most beautiful of flowers needs more than water to grow strong. It also needs the light." And as you may or may not know, light is kind of a theme within my bullet journal this year. Though I wanted to stick with something a little more green for March, I still wanted light to tie in at least to the quote, which is why I ended up doing that. I also really like the block text that I used this time around. It's not something I've typically done. I usually go for a cursive or a more serifed font. So this was a really fun challenge almost for me, and I really just enjoyed the process of this. I also really love the color palette I have picked out. It's bright, it's cheery, it's fun, and it just makes me smile, and that's what I really need right now. I should mention that I used primarily my Micron pens and these Crayola super tips to do the color scheme for this. Like I said, the colors are so bright and vibrant, and I really just fell in love with everything as it started to come together. Now, behind the Dutch door, I have my 3 things that I had last month, but I switched sides on which I did them. So I have my TBR, my books, my book clubs and buddy reads, and then I have my releases on my radar. And I really just liked having those 3 things behind that Dutch door. It was just very functional, and I did tie in the design from the main page a little bit with that branch up by the TBR. Sometimes when it comes to things like this, simple is better, simple is best. And I just really enjoy how practical this ends up being for me in February. So I'm really excited to let that carry over into March as well. Now we are on to my haul and gifted spread. The gifts are from subscribers sometimes send me things, and from publishers and things like that. That's where I keep track of those kinds of things. And then the things that I end up buying for myself obviously go in the haul portion. And it's been really handy to keep track of things this year. So I've really appreciated this particular spread. I've made more use of it than I hoped to. People have been very generous and gifted me some amazing things, but I have also bought a lot in this quarter already. Look forward to my quarterly book and manga haul towards the end of March. Over on the right side here, we have my brain dump spread. This is where all of my ideas that I get throughout the month and things that I plan, like collabs and other information that I might need for other videos, goes on this page. So I keep it pretty much open. I usually do a little bit of design on it, nothing too fancy, nothing too overdone, just because I need it to remain just functional rather than this extremely creative, big, color-covered spread like towards my title pages, nothing like that. And then we have my Days Read spread. I've been doing a spread like this for, this is my 2nd year doing it. It's just kind of the equivalent of a mood tracker for me. It lets me know how my mental health is doing because it's letting me know if I'm reading, if I'm gravitating towards one format over another, because I do track digitally and physically. Digitally does include my audiobooks, and I usually have an audiobook, a physical book, and some sort of ebook going all at the same time. So if I notice myself gravitating towards one or the other, I can look at what's going on. And it's just, again, a very functional spread. I didn't really do any decoration this time. I usually tie in a little bit, but I just kept it super simple. Just added the colors and some lines just because I need this spread to be functional. Do you have those spreads in your journals that are strictly functional? They're not there necessarily for like aesthetics or to look pretty. I really just thrive on having these and really appreciate having it. Over on the right-hand side of this page, I have my quotes and like my favorite quotes from things that I read throughout the month. And then at the bottom, I usually do a little spotlight on my favorite read for the month. I really like having this because it really helps me as I'm trying to look at my favorites of the year to kind of flip back through and see what my favorites were throughout the year and see if that still stands and some things like that. I really just find it to be a really, again, functional yet fun thing for me, rather than putting it in like a separate journal. Though I do have a book aesthetic journal and then like a manga log journal. If you're interested in seeing those, you will have to look at memberships because those are exclusively available for VIP members. So if you are interested in seeing those outside of just a general flip through once they're full, you will definitely want to look into becoming a member. Members are a lot of fun, and I would love to see more of you at my membership things because it's a lot of fun, and I've got a lot of fun things coming. Over on the left, we now have the monthly stats page. I have a few things I like to track every month, and so this is kind of where I keep track of those things and fill them in. Books, manga, audiobooks, ebooks, arcs, pages, that kind of a thing. I used to track manga demographics, but I found myself reading more broadly and diversely in the demographics than I originally thought I was. So I didn't intend to track that this year. It just ended up being something that was a little overly tedious for me when I'm already spreading things out over the different demographics. Sorry, I went a little over to the left too far for this part. Once that's filled out, over on the right, I start my general books read and manga read balance sheets, as I call them. I just kind of treat them like a bank balance sheet, and I write the title, the rating, and mark whether I've written a review for them. That's been very helpful to me this year, and it's just an easy way to make sure I'm keeping track of everything that I need to. So friends, that is everything for the month of March. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And again, any information I mentioned will be linked down below, as well as my releases on my radar and TBR videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.